Well, if you turn on the mainstream media right now, everyone's talking about Afghanistan. And rightly so, because it was us who intervened in 2001. The decisions were made that were wrong, and we betrayed the Afghans, our troops, and ourselves. But yeah, that was, the last week or so. What about before? The mainstream media has been silent on Iran and the uprising by the Persians against Islamism and the dictatorial regime that's been run by Tehran. This is the thing that has been frustrating because it's not just the mainstream media that's been completely silent on this. President Biden, the leader of the free world, and the other Western allies who have been very quick in advocating for intervention in all the other places, whether it's Syria or Libya or Iraq and Afghanistan and other places. This is the specific issue that we have. So my job is to just report what's actually happening around the world that's not being reported, including in this country, that actually has an impact on our everyday life. Iran, the uprising continues. The uprising that's been led by ordinary people, the people who just want their human rights, they want democracy, and they want their king back. They want constitutional monarchy to return to Iran, and they don't want any absolute monarchy or anything dictatorial, but they know that parliamentary democracy works better in Iran rather than a fake Islamic Republic format. Iranian women, young people, older people, working class, middle class, everyone is on the streets fighting against the regime. No one is saying anything about it. The issue is that people in Iran don't actually want intervention in that sense. But they are now chanting against Joe Biden in favor of President Trump because they saw Trump as their ally because they knew that Trump was anti-war. He wouldn't really do intervention, but he's a pragmatic person. He knew when to take action and when to stay away. They simply want the support of people in the West. They know that any foreign intervention from the West in Iran would not really work. There will be a massive backlash. So all they want is just support and patience. All they want is for their voices to be heard, for the mainstream media in the West to essentially be their anchor. And that's my job. The reason I say Iran is important and why we as Brits should still talk about it is because, they play a key role in that region. And if we want the West and to protect the Western interests around the world, we need more allies. So we need Iran to become Iran again. We need Iran to become allies to the West in interest of keeping peace in Israel, in the UK, and in America. But again, the disappointing thing is they're not really telling you anything, the mainstream media. So thanks again for supporting this channel because I'm going to be giving you more updates on Iran, Afghanistan, but also the impact that it's going to have on our borders, especially the issue that we have with the illegal boats coming from France to Dover, because we have to be pragmatic in terms of how we deal with the fact that we are humanitarian, but also we cannot just open our doors and let anybody in without vetting and without identifying who is whom. Otherwise, as Taliban and Al-Qaeda previously have said, they are going to be sending their fighters among all the others and pretend to be political refugees as asylum seekers, and then they come in here and they cause trouble. So let's be pragmatic. Continue supporting this channel. Thanks again for watching. I'm going to give you more coverage at 6 p.m. on our daily show about what's happening in Afghanistan.